right, fire away.
D'Amico, how is the protection for C.J. Stroud still such a constant issue for the offensive line?
And we had communication issues up front, and they got us on some blitzes, things that we've seen, we work. We have to look at the film to see what those issues were, but we gotta of course not have those and make sure we're picking things up the right way.
On the when you turned it over on downs near the goal line, what were the problems there on that drive?
Yeah, we tried to run the ball in. We got knocked back there, couldn't get the ball in, and we tried to find Nico there a couple times to get the ball, and we didn't connect. Right, we didn't make the plays we needed to make, and that's the summation of this game. Right, NFL is about it's going to come down to a 2-minute drive in the fourth quarter. Are you making plays or not? Like our guys, a lot of guys gave us a chance, right, to win that game. Special teams played outstanding. All right, blocking the kick, getting an explosive return, forcing a missed field goal. So it's guys showed up and made plays to give us an opportunity. Now, how do you capitalize on that, right? How do you put a team away? You let a good team like this stick around for too long is what we did, and they ended up making a play there. Baker scrambling on fourth down, which we knew that's who he is. That's how he make the plays, is scrambling. He made a big-time play on 4th and 10. We got to find a way to tackle and get him down and stop him there even on the goal line. We're in position to make a tackle. We got to knock the guy back and make a tackle to win the game. That's what the game comes down to. We had multiple opportunities to win that game, and we didn't make the plays we needed to make.
D'Amico, when it comes to the offensive struggles, do you see it as a fixable issue within the players you have, or do you feel like you need to go out and get more?
No, we got the guys we need. We just have to execute better.
Hey, D'Amico, last week the penalties were more on offense. You had them on defense today. What do you say, or what do you do about the penalties?
Yeah, the penalties on defense, it was very costly penalties because these penalties gave them first downs. We had a sack. We got them backed up, stopped, and it's just senseless. Like some of the mistakes that we're making, hands too high. Again, it goes back to technique, right? We got to make sure we're doing that the right way. And every guy has to be accountable, right, for how you're showing up and how you're playing the game. We got to play clean football, and we can't hurt the team. But right now, those plays and penalties that we had definitely hurt us.
How would you overall assess how C.J. played?
I have to look at the film, but obviously if we go out on offense, it's a collective effort. But if we go 2 for 9 on third down, right, what do we expect? If we can't get the ball in at the goal line, what do we expect is going to happen? Like our guys, everybody on offense, they got to make plays. Defense, we got to make a play there. We got multiple opportunities at the end of the game to close it out. We got to tackle better, and we got to make the plays. There's no magic secret or any secret sauce. Like we got to stand up and make the plays. If you want to be a big-time player in this league, you got to show up and make plays.
Coach, you all gave up 169 yards rushing today. What was some of the
Yeah,
issues?
the run game is definitely not good enough. It starts up front with our tackles. It wasn't good enough. We didn't play our technique the proper way. We didn't tackle well today, and multiple times. Their backs did a really nice job running the football, bouncing off of guys. We didn't wrap well. We didn't, finish. So a lot of times we were there, but initial contact, they continued to press forward and make plays, right, to get positive yards in the run game, and we did not tackle well. We did not play technique well up front. When you run the ball for over 150 yards, it's going to come down to tackling and execution. Right, and then on the flip side for us offensively, we did not run the ball well. Right, Chubb had one, nice run there to get in the end zone, but overall, it's just not good enough in the run game. Right, we're getting knocked back at the line of scrimmage. We can't get the play started. So we got to look at it all and see how we can get it fixed.
Can you just talk a little about the importance of the special teams tonight to get the block punt and also for the?
Yeah, I just talked about special team.
Can you just out of curiosity, did you guys consider maybe going for the field goal on the 1 yard line?
We did what we wanted to do there. We wanted to go in and score a touchdown.
You mentioned your running game struggles. Do you envision more of a timeshare with Marks and Chubb moving forward?
Say that one more time.
Do you envision more of a timeshare with Marks and Chubb moving forward?
Yeah, we'll look at it, man. I can't answer that right now. We'll continue to see, what were the actual issues once you look at the film and see what it is, where the issues are, who gives us our best chance. That's what it's all about.
How do you overall just keep the team together? You guys started 0-2.
2 years ago, you guys obviously started 0-2, still in the playoffs. How do you, in this situation, finally dig yourself out of this hole?
Yeah, it's no hole. It's we lost the game, right? We lost 2 games we should have won. But to win games, you got to play better. You got to coach better. So it starts with me. I got to coach better. We got to play better. We got to execute better. You got to go win games. You're not just going to be giving games, right? So we got to find a way to make those plays.
Did you feel like y'all did enough to try to get Nico Collins the ball in his hands?
Yeah, we got Nico made an outstanding play. There, CJ and Nico connected on a couple passes there. We tried to get him the football, as well down at the goal line when we got stopped. So we tried to get him the ball, but again, we're operating, we're moving the ball around, spreading it around. A lot of different guys made plays, caught the ball well. We spread it around well, and Nico will continue to get his opportunities.
When it comes to the quick game with the offense, you mentioned some of the execution. Was that what kept it from working, or were the Buccaneers ready for the quick game from the quarterback to the wide receivers?
Yeah, I mean, the Bucs, they're a really good defense. So I'm pretty sure they were ready to play ball. They're a tough defense. They made plays. They played really well, right? And they forced us into some bad plays, right, specifically on third down there. And also, when we get the block kick, we're in position there. We kind of sputter on a drive there, and we could have kept it going at 3 and out. So the Bucs played really great defense. Credit to those guys. Todd did a really nice job. They finished the game very well.
Overall, how would you assess what kind of went wrong? You got gotten out to the 1-yard line and couldn't punch it in.
I would have to look at the film to see actually what went wrong. And I saw the run that didn't work. We didn't have any space. We didn't move anybody off the line of scrimmage is what I saw. So I was getting hit in the backfield. And so went to try to throw the ball. Thought we had some matchups. I thought we had an opportunity to hit Nico in the corner there. The ball was out of bounds.
D'Amico, with the Nick Chubb run, did you support going into the end zone, or would you have rather you all go down and run more clock?
Yeah, go, man. At that point, just go score. I mean, you can look at it. Everybody can go back and look at it. Second guess. What do you do in that point? Like, man, we got to make a stop. We had enough time. We had enough time to win the game. That wasn't the issue.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.
On that fourth down play, you're rolling left. Do you prefer to roll out left versus right? Does that matter to you at all?
No, it does not.
Hey, CJ, D'Amico talked about some communication challenges. Were those some of the issues when you guys got down in the red zone late in the game?
Communication in what way?
He just said there was some communication challenges.
I didn't have any communication issues. I thought we split the play pretty clean, and we were just lining up. Some guys weren't set, so I had to get Higgs set on the fourth down. And other than that, I mean, and that's kind of normal. But I didn't really not anything down there that I can remember.
When y'all had the ball at the 1-yard line, what went wrong in your opinion there?
Just didn't get the ball in the end zone. It was kind of plain, kind of simple. I don't know. We just didn't get the ball in the end zone. That's all I can really think of.
Is is it disappointing that y'all had so many opportunities to win this game, put this game away, and you weren't able to capitalize on the opportunities tonight?
Yeah, it is.
Well, through two games, what do you think has just kind of been more or less the inability to consistently get into the end zone with the talent that you guys do have?
It's a young offense, don't really, can make a bunch of excuses, but we're just not getting it done. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And, we're moving the ball pretty well. Just got to put 7 on the board, and that's the big difference right now. So, yeah.
CJ, what did you notice in the opening touchdown pass to Nico?
Sorry.
What did you notice in the opening touchdown drive to Nico?
Heck of a catch. Yeah, I thought, did a good job in that first drive, just staying down, just staying committed to, our plan, not wavering. And I thought Nico did a good job of just keep running. Corner played it good, just try to put in a spot on he can get. Yeah, I think it was a heck of a catch.
You mentioned a young receiving core, not that many guys you have experience with. Do you feel like this offense misses Tank's presence and your guys' chemistry right now?
We can say a bunch of different things about, who's out, who's not. Hig and J-No and J-Watt, Hutch, Neek, they done a good job in there, we just got to, find ways to get them the ball in space more. Thought, Kels did a good job of that today, but, it's always evident, it's the bad things that everybody points out, but that's the NFL, you can't, let guys hang around and, give them a shot to come back. That's what they'll do. So, but I thought our young guys handled it as best as they could. Of course, it's always things to clean up, but, yeah, it's no excuse in that light. We just got to make more plays.
We got time for a few more, Jonathan, and Sergeant Cam.
CJ, what if anything that you felt like the Bucs did a lot better after the first 2 drives after you all had that success?
I just started pressuring a little more, especially on third down, just big stunts and, just slamming their D-line in ways. Other than that, like their back end, they just double Nico a lot, which we kind of presumed that they were going to do. But yeah, you got to just those plays where we're going 3 and out, or we're just not sustaining drives. Those are the ones that lose us the game. Of course, not coming up short on the goal line is tough as well, and that's evident as well. But there's a bunch of different things we can clean up.
CJ, coach said that you all need to improve in the running game. On tonight, you all had some really good plays in the passing game. How do you all get those two to match up?
Just continue to do it, continue to play. It's a long season. It's week 2. Hopefully we learned our lessons and learn to put teams away and learn to, put points on the board. So we can say a bunch of different things and what could have went right. But at the end of the day, it's about winning games, and those plays that are in between, those are the games. Those are the plays that you end up winning or losing on. So in my opinion, I think that's, what we got to get better at, is just making more plays and sustaining drives.
Hey, CJ, as a leader on this team, you've been here before. In your rookie season, you guys got off to a slow start. What do you say to your teammates as you guys, get ready for next week, but try to keep your head up because 0-2 is not over?
Yeah, just stay together. Stay committed to one another, trust in one another. The sun will rise in the morning. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, we all get paid a service, to do a job, and we got to get those jobs done at a faster rate. And yeah, I think as a team we got to just stay together. Everybody's gonna talk crazy and we suck, we this, we that, and at the end of the day we got to stay together and just mesh well and be honest, have hard conversations. But I think right now we need more confidence as an offense, at least. Just confidently playing better together. I think that's a big thing. We haven't played together, a lot of us, so the more confidence that we build, I think the better that we'll be off. Thank you.